One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.
What's happening, webheads? Yes, just one of my favorite clips from a classic Transformers movie back in 1985. An epic fight right before Optimus Prime dies. I was scarred for life, but leading up to that point, oh my gosh, absolutely awesome. We can declare today Transformers Day. It's finally here. Transformers issue 1. Which variants do I get? What other comics I get this week? Guys, we will soon find out. Hopefully you get all the stuff you're looking for today. Welcome to Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul. This is episode 605. And this is the video series where each and every week I share with you guys what I pick up at my LCS, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford. So if you guys are ever in the Central Florida area, guys, make sure you stop by Comic Central. They'll provide you with some great customer service. They got a good selection of comic books. They'll also give you a mysterious black bag, and inside will be those comic books. Yes, guys, so let's see what we got. So we have the mysterious black bag. It's on the seat now. The receipt is also on the seat. And here we go. Here is the stack. It doesn't seem that much. It's much more than meets the eye. That is, of course. Now, just a reminder, guys, if you don't know this by now, next week, Saturday, October 14th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., I am actually personally having a garage sale. My community's having a community garage sale. So I have a lot of comic books that I will be selling at $1, $2, $5. There'll be some minor keys, things like that. If you guys are interested, make sure you email me. My email is in the description box below. I'll give you the details, the address, stuff like that on where to go, of course. So hopefully I will see you there. All right, so here we go with this week's haul. First thing, I want to say that overall, it's not really a big comic book week. There's like 2 major books that are coming out, and then there's not that much other stuff. So the first thing I got was X-Men. This is issue 27, continuing the fall of X. I love this cover as Cyclops. It's basically almost like crucified here. They sewed his eyes shut, and they're just basically torturing him. This overall main story has been pretty good, right? The tie-ins and stuff have been okay. The artwork seems like it's a different artist for this particular issue, which is going to drag this down a little bit here. But we'll see what this particular issue has to offer for everybody here. So there we go. Fall of X-Men, issue 27, whatever you want to call it. Then I wound up getting the homage to those connecting covers, right? For years and years, we always seen, you know, the issue, the other issue, the other issue. Well, what happens when you put it all in one cover? You get the whole thing right there. So I decided to get it. I thought that was pretty cool. It's 60 years celebrating Uncanny X-Men, so I thought that was awesome. Then we have an annual. This is Ghost Rider. This is issue, or I should say annual 1. This cover is done by Greg Land. Overall, you guys know how I feel about the Ghost Rider story in general. I think Benjamin Percy has been doing a solid job with it. And in this story, we're going to have the Hood. And I feel like when it comes to supernatural villains, we haven't seen that character in quite some time. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this story is entail for its readers. I'll be talking about this one on Worthy Ones tomorrow for sure. There's just not unmade books, so we'll see what I can come up with. Then we got the big one from Marvel this week. This is the $10 Spectacular Gods issue 1 with Doctor Strange in there, written by Jonathan Hickman. So there's 2 big books, right? Transformers, Gods. Did any other books want to compete with that this week? I don't know. But here's some more of the artwork here. It looks pretty good. There's no graphs or no advertisements. It just looks like there's all story here. So this is going to be a big one. So be ready to read. I'm sure it's very Jonathan Hickman-like, right? And Yeah, pretty cool artwork though. So there you have it. There's Gods issue 1. I showed you quite a bit of it. You make the decision if you want to spend the $10 on it. It's supposedly supposed to be a game changer for Marvel, so we'll see. Then we have Birds of Prey. This is issue 2 from DC Comics. We have Kelly Thompson who writes this one. I like the first issue. I thought it was actually pretty good, very entertaining. I like how she introduced the team. I like how she does like these flashback type of style of artwork in here as well, and the overall artwork. There were some cool 2-page spreads in the story also. So we'll see how the story continues to develop as Dinah is in search for her younger sister. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And then we have the continuation of the Gotham War. This is Batman issue 138. So, you know, this is not the best series in the world. I feel like the Batman side of stuff is written a little bit better than the other side. Teeny Howard, I think, who writes it. And I don't know, man. It's just a weird story. And then you got Batman and Robin that are out right now, which I feel like Batman is a lot calmer. It's just he doesn't acknowledge really what's going on with the Gotham War. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But this book, it just looks better. I feel like, again, it's written better. This side of this story is just overall better. That's all I can say. You leave me the comments below on what you think of Batman right now and the Gotham War. All right. Then we have Blue Beetle issue 2. This book is really much on the fence for me. Ted Cord supposedly looks like he winds up getting killed in the last issue. I don't know if that truly happened. We get this new Blood Beetle character. I guess that's what you call him. The book in the first issue was very, like, it felt disjointed for me. It felt out of place, and a lot of people told me out there that you had to read that graduation day story that took place before this, and maybe you would understand this a little bit more. So I'm going to give it another try, and we're going to see, again, what it has to offer. All right, on to the independents now. We have The Sacrificers from Rick Remender. This is issue 3. An absolutely solid story with great artwork where we got these families that sacrifice their kids to these beings, and they're taking them to this weird place. And at the end of the last issue, you got to see that place, and you're kind of thrown for a loop at the end of that issue, and you're kind of like, what is going on here? Again, artwork is really good in this story, and I don't have a clue of what is in store for all these younger characters in this book. So maybe this is like a party before they all die and get sacrificed. Who knows? But Rick Remender is a great writer. If you guys have not been reading this book, if there are still issue 1 and 2 on the shelves, go ahead, guys, make sure you pick that one up. All right. And then we have Plot Holes. This is written by Sean Gordon Murphy. Interesting story about a digital book world where books, if they don't get published, right, they get lost forever. Failed books that got published wound up creating a cast of characters to save this digital world. Well, now this world is being slowly destroyed, and it's up to our heroes to save it. There's a lot of Easter eggs in here. If you like Sean Gordon Murphy's artwork, you're gonna like this book. It's quite interesting. There's a lot to take in here, guys, but you know, it's definitely something different. All right, and then we have Power Rangers Academy issue 1. I am not a Power Rangers guy. I have not read Power Rangers in a really, really long time, guys. And this could be a pretty cool jumping on point for fans, because what if you're around 13 years old and you're an aspiring Power Ranger, right? That's what this story has to offer. Looks a little cartoony. I don't know if it's going to be serious or not, but we'll see. I'll give it a try. And with that being said, let's give a big shout out to my webheads out there.
Our first shout out of the day goes to David, and he says, anyone else has this problem? So many books to read and put away, but I have nowhere to put them. Man, I need more short boxes. Yeah, David, you better head to that store and get some short boxes and find some place. But I think we all have those struggles. Nice looking books, though. Then we have Michael, who says, I'm a sucker for Zelda and video game homage covers in general, so I had to get All Quested. It's a great parody series of Zelda. I never even knew that series existed. Absolutely awesome looking covers. My son would actually love that. He's a huge Zelda fan. So thank you so much, Michael, for sharing. And then we have Andrew, who's celebrating the release of Transformers, obviously, this coming week. And he says, can't wait for this Transformers book. Now he's got Jetfire on there. He's got Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream all in their jet forms. Short story here, I wound up getting Jetfire one time. Well, I did get him for Christmas one year, and that was one of the best presents I could have ever gotten. Do you still own those? Are those yours? That is absolutely awesome, Andrew. And then this one was shouted out to me, and it says, check this cover out, man. It's the Flavino Forbidden Planet exclusive variant, as it shows Soundwave, Rumble, and Laserbeak. That is absolutely awesome. And if you guys want to get shouted out on future hauls, just head on over to Facebook, search Comic Book Corner 2.0, Webheads Unite. And guys, you just got to follow the rules. Answer the questions to join the community. Once I see that, then I'll approve you. You will be part of a great comic community. I love this right here. Chris says, Megatron. Trip slightly, Starscream, Megatron has fallen. Now I am the leader of the Decepticons. He was such an asshole. But anyway, you can become part of this wonderful community where we talk about Transformers, comic books, all kinds of stuff. And you know what? You never know when you could be shouted out on future comic book hauls.
The moment you've been all waiting for. I said that I was going to go crazy on Transformers issue 1. This is my childhood, guys. In 1985 or 84 or 3, whenever Transformers got introduced, I fell in love with them. I love the whole concept of them changing into these robots. I love the show. I woke up extra early on Saturday mornings to watch it. I cried when I saw the movie. I couldn't believe it. I still almost cried today when I watched the movie because it just brings me back to that special place. And everybody as a kid has that moment in their time, right? Transformers, G.I. Joe was mine. Look at this. This is the stack of just Transformers book that I picked up. So here we go. Transformers issue 1. This is one of the variants, obviously. You got Optimus Prime just destroying Starscream right here. So let's check out the interior artwork. If you guys saw the preview pages, you know what to expect. Daniel Warren Johnson does the artwork. Here we get to see the Autobots and Decepticons lying pretty much lifeless on the floor in their spaceship. And then here they are, guys. I'm going to show you just these two couple pages because I don't want to spoil it for you. But they are back. And I am so excited for this. It just looks like something very similar to what I first watched when I was a kid, right? So I cannot wait for this. Again, Daniel Warren Johnson does a phenomenal job here with like sound effects and stuff like that. If you read Do a Powerbomb, you know what I'm talking about. If you read Murder Falcon, you also know what I'm talking about. Or Better Ray Bill, he did all those series. So I'm expecting good things from this. Then I wound up getting this variant cover as well, as we get to see the Decepticons, which consists of, is it Firecracker or Skywarp? I'm not sure. I think it might be Skywarp. One of them teleports. Starscream, Soundwave, Laserbeak, Rumble, right? And Rumble would always rhyme. I love that dude. I thought he was the best, right? And then we got the Autobot side of this one. So here we got Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, and who's the medic guy, dude? Who's his name? RC, really? I feel like she shouldn't be in there. She's not really a Generation 1 character, but I'll deal with it. Cliffjumper, out of all the little Autobots, dude, he was my favorite because he was such a smartass. And he was a tough little guy, you know? So I really liked Wheeljack. So I thought he was pretty awesome. here is the main cover where we get to see Optimus Prime in there. Very fitting for the character, getting ready to do battle against any Decepticon or Decepticon or like Megatron or something like that. Alright, and then we're going to go back to Void Rivals issue 4. They wound up having the 1 in 25 with Shockwave on the cover. So I picked it up. Had to. It's the first, like, I guess, first printing book that has a Decepticon on it. So I was like, oh, I gotta pick this up. So I picked that one up. Then we go into the ratios. So I picked up issue 1 in 10 with Optimus Prime on it. So really nice looking side view of Optimus with the embers flying by him, right? So that's kind of cool. Then I wound up getting the 1 in 25. So here we get to see Optimus Prime smashing Starscream while he's flying in the skies. Poor Starscream, dude. He's always like picked on, right? So we got that one. And then I wound up getting the 1 in 50 issue 1. This is a really nice cover with Optimus Prime. The kids are like pointing or whatever it is. They're freaking out. They're seeing something, and Optimus Prime is looking in that direction as well. So really cool. I'm looking forward already to issue 2. Curious to see what the variant covers will be for that one. I would have to assume there'll be Decepticons on that one, since this one is heavily focused on the Autobots. You can guys see the passion that I have for these characters. I love them. It's been such a long time since we've had a good Transformers, well, I'm assuming this is good, Transformers comic. It was always dialogue heavy. It felt convoluted from IDW. I felt like they just had too many characters. I felt like it just wasn't done the right way. And hopefully this is a good jumping on point, not only for longtime fans of the characters, but for new readers as well to discover these characters, because they are so great in so many ways. So there you guys have it. There's the haul for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, it wasn't very much, but hey, I gotta showcase those Transformers, right? So if you love my content, here is my top 10 most anticipated comics for next week, guys. And like I said, if you're interested in my garage sale, check out my email down below. Message me, and as always, guys, keep supporting those local comic shops. Always buy those comics. Always read those comics. And guys, happy new comic book day. Happy Transformer Day. And I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.